Well, see, that's what I don't get, I've never contacted you on Facebook. You contacted me. I've never called you. You called me. You actually called me 6 or 7 times when I've told you, hey, my kids are asleep. I can't talk right now. You said you didn't give a shit. Is that going to be in your report? Because it'd be in mine if anybody comes to speak to me. All those little comments that you make about us being haters, being psycho, being weirdos, you can't play victim. You can't do that. You've been making comments about like that about us before anybody even said anything to you. Right? I can show that I went above and beyond to get you to be allowed into our groups. I can show that my own groups turned against me because I allowed you in our groups. I can show that you continued to call me. I can show that I put up with you cursing me, calling me names, when I still said, yes, ma'am, I apologize, ma'am, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry you feel that way. I can show all that. Because what's not going to happen is, see, I told these people, my friends, just wait. Just be nice to her and they'll dig her own hole. And that's what you've done. You refuse to answer questions about the case that makes her look guilty. You want to include in a police report, a police report, right? You trust the police after what they did to your sister? Right? Greg Davis is a killer? Right? Was that you that said that? Is that slander? Huh? No, I tried to be nice to you. And I put up with your mouth. But when your friend wants to get in there and slander my son's case and my son's name, why does he get to speak out? She says. Well, why does the daughter of an accused child molester get to speak out? Oh, and I didn't accuse him of child molesting. Your sister did. Tell us that he didn't do that. Tell us that Darley's a liar. So you're stuck. You're stuck. You'll say that your dad is a wonderful man. Well, Darley doesn't think so. So what I'm going to have to do now, is call down there to where you live at, and I'll find out if that's been brought, if my name's been brought in, just like I did before. And then I'll send them the clips and the stuff that you've been saying, not only to me, but to other people in our group, while you're trashing the same police department that you run to. That's what I'll do. Civil? Is a civil action? Really? What do you think you're going to get from me? $5 a month? Looking for money? You looking for money now that you've called people weirdos and psychos and you're looking for money? Right? Well, if you slept for a total of 45 minutes, you've probably been up all night thinking about how when you kept calling that I had 2 kids asleep and that I couldn't answer the phone right now. I had 2 kids asleep and you said you didn't give a shit that I had 2 kids asleep and kept calling. Weirdo. Right? And I've got all that proved. Weirdo. Yeah, and I said to you, well, your sister didn't care that she had 2 kids asleep either, so I expect that to be hereditary. So go ahead. Anything comes my way, I'll turn it around on your ass. You already look like a damn fool out here trying to support somebody that's been convicted by the Texas criminal system, and then you're going to run to them? You're going to talk about how the justice system sucks, but then you're going to run to them? You're going to talk about how the police in your area railroaded your sister, but then you're going to run to him and say, hey, I was telling everybody that you guys railroaded my sister, and they fought me back, and they came up with some proof, and now they're harassing me?